Coming up, Typhoon Haiyan Rehabilitation and Recovery Committee visits慈济in Taiwan. In Hualien, new Dawn Educare Center opens up a coffee shop to help its students gain independence. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Mary Lee. Thank you for joining us. To express gratitude to慈济on behalf of Typhoon Haiyan victims in the Philippines, the country's Typhoon Haiyan Rehabilitation and Recovery Committee has come to Taiwan. On the first day of their trip, the committee members visited a recycling station in Neihu and the慈济Humanitarian Center in Guandu.
There, we have this kind of water.
At the慈济recycling station in Neihu, Taipei, recycled materials are properly sorted, so they may be reused.
Or in its original form.
Visitors from the Philippines are surprised to learn that recycled PET bottles can be turned into synthetic fiber to make elegant apparels and accessories.
It's not just the product, how you invented or you invested technology to produce those materials, but it's how you care and love Mother Earth.
Through recycling, useless items are given a new lease on life.
We first make sure we create fabrics that are suitable for wear and use before we turn them into clothing.
The group then visits Tzuchi's Humanitarian Center to understand how streams of purification are broadcasted by visiting the studios and the news department.
There are 4 missions in Tzuchi Foundation. The first is charity, and second is medicine, and third is educational. The fourth is humanitarian.
For the past year, Tzuchi has continued to help those affected by Typhoon Haiyan recover. The Rehabilitation and Recovery Committee from the Philippines hope that they may better understand this amazing spirit of great love through their visit.
In October 2013, Bohol Island in the Philippines was struck by a devastating earthquake. Although a year has passed, the volunteers' support for residents affected by the tragedy has continued until this day. Recently, Tzuchi volunteers in Manila organized 3 volunteer training seminars on Bohol Island, which saw the participation of people from all walks of life.
More than 1,000 people are waiting in line with a registration form in their hands on the Philippines' Bohol Island. Instead of waiting to receive the relief items, the some 1,000 people are here for a volunteer training seminar hosted by Tzuchi volunteers who have been invited by Trinidad's mayor.
Whenever there are disasters in the Philippines, Tzuchi always mobilizes local and even overseas volunteers to assist us. Their charitable acts are inspirational, and we look forward to learning from them.
After filling out the registration form, each applicant then receives a bamboo coin bank. They may be government officials, teachers, or students, and everyone may be here for different reasons, but all share the same goal of helping the less fortunate.
Everyone who attended the activity is also blessed, no? Just like me, and we learn many things. As I said, since I knew of Tzuchi, I always carry the still thoughts of Master Chen Yin.
You will feel extremely happy if you help others with sincerity.
The 3-day training seminar actually took place during the Chinese New Year celebration, while participants may not all share the same faith.
Through Tzuchi, we see a love that transcends all religious boundaries, which reminds me of the love of our Lord in heaven. And it can be seen in Master Haiyan and Tzuchi volunteers as well. It's to love others in the simplest manner.
Through sharing and demonstrations, volunteers introduced Tzuchi's missions. Some 500 from Lombok, which was flooded earlier, have shown up to pay the love forward.
We have received much help from Tzuchi, and it is time for us to extend help to others in the same way.
Helping each other in the wake of the disaster is the best lesson I have learned today.
At the end of the event, volunteers respectfully hand over bags of rice and red envelopes of blessing and wisdom to the participants with the hope that the seeds of love will take root in Bohol.
Malaysians continue to come together to help their fellow countrymen who suffer from the massive flooding that hit the country earlier this year. As a gesture of assistance and love, in Kedah, 2 vegetarian restaurants donated all proceeds from their sales to Tzuchi. Today, at this vegetarian restaurant, the owner isn't collecting payment from her customers, but instead asks them to donate what they owe to Tzu Chi.
Order banjir one.
Banjir where actually?
Kelantan. All state.
Yeah, I had the breakfast. Same time also we also give the charity, you know. So it's a very good way of doing the social work.
2 vegetarian restaurants around the Tzu Chi Kedai chapter are helping to raise funds for flood survivors on the east coast of Malaysia. Amazingly enough, one of the restaurants held a charitable sale for a total of 4 days.
Actually, disaster relief is something that everyone should participate in. It's our duty to this world. In our hearts, every one of us is programmed to do good deeds. All we need is a platform to do so.
She let us know a few days ahead, so we made time to come purchase some food. We should all pitch in to do good deeds.
With a heart to give, love is never too far away, as Malaysians hope those suffering in Kelantan will feel their warmth and blessings in the days ahead. In the fight against obesity, scientists in Taiwan have made a breakthrough in their research and found that antioxidants can in fact help prevent the growth of fat cells. As natural antioxidants are most abundant in fruits and vegetables, people want to lose weight should make sure they eat plenty at every meal. To make sure people are eating enough vegetables, there are even restaurants that serve pastries made with veggies.
To fight obesity in Taiwan, a revolution in food services is taking place. There are now restaurants that serve juices and even desserts made from fresh fruits and vegetables. These pastries are for the health-conscious citizens. Because vegetables are the main ingredients, the calories of the desserts have decreased significantly. This ordinary cake made with flour, eggs, butter and milk actually has soybeans inside, while the main ingredient of this cake made with eggs, chocolate and milk is actually carrots. What about something more outrageous, such as a dessert made with tomatoes and the leaves of sweet potatoes?
The leaves of sweet potatoes are full of nutrients and antioxidants.
Besides gaining popularity in vegetarian restaurants, vegetables have now found a place in the dessert menu as well.
I think it tastes pretty good. It doesn't have that veggie taste. You don't want to eat something heavy since there are plenty of Chinese New Year feasts. Vegetables do carry a certain distinct taste, so that's why I thought why not turn them into desserts so that children will like them.
The advent of vegetable pastries helps children learn to like vegetables at a young age. After all, the high salt, high sugar and high fat meals served in restaurants are detrimental to our health.
The source of oxidative stress is food, so if you eat something high in fat, the stress will increase.
Scientists have discovered that oxidative stress and obesity are related. In a joint study conducted by Taiwan's top 2 research institutes, NTU and Academia Sinica, scientists found the gene related to our antioxidation capability can control obesity. The study showed that a mouse with poor antioxidation gene will be more likely to gain weight because its fat cells will become more active when oxidative stress increases.
This is a mouse following a high-fat diet. Once the antioxidation gene is removed, the mouse will quickly gain weight. In our study, in just about 12 weeks, a mouse without the antioxidation gene showed obvious weight gain.
However, when antioxidants are fed to the genetically modified mouse, it began to lose weight. The scientists have determined the gene to be MPGPX.
MPGPX is an antioxidation gene. Without it, the oxidative stress will increase, causing the modified mouse to grow fatter than the normal mouse. This here is its fat tissues. They have grown significantly.
When oxidative stress increases, fat cells will increase as well. This could potentially be a new direction for pharmaceuticals that want to develop new diet pills and for those who want to lose weight.
If we can remove oxidative stress, even when our body has taken in too many calories, since fat cells can form, they will be burned up.
As antioxidants are most abundant in fruits and vegetables, people should consume plenty to keep their oxidative stress in check, so their weight will not prosper along with the new year.
Since 2014, a well-known coffee shop in Taipei has been providing coffee brewing courses at the new Dawn Educare Center in Hualien. This month, a coffee shop run by the center has opened so that those under its care may have a chance to gain financial independence while improving their social skills.
In Hualien, Taiwan, the mentally disabled Zhen Zhen patiently puts the coffee brewing lessons she has learned to practice.
In the beginning, the flavor would vary day to day, but now it is more consistent. Because they need more time to learn and memorize, we will have to invest more time to guide them.
This cup of coffee is called the Light of Hope. It has the taste of citrus fruit.
Tending to their customers wearing black aprons, the students of the center aim to become a barista and take that step towards independence.
They are very polite and put in a lot of effort. I think the coffee tastes really good. It's very smooth.
I want to provide good quality coffee to my customers.
I hope to work harder so I may serve latte, because I'm still not very good and can only make it manually.
In 2014, collaborating with a well-known coffee shop in Taipei, the new Dawn Educare Center in Hualien has established a shelter workshop where its students learn directly from professionals and have the full support of the coffee shop.
We want to transform from a social welfare organization into a social enterprise so we may become self-reliant. Not only will our product help support our charity, it will be reputable as well.
The store also displays handicrafts made by the disabled as to create more job opportunities for those with different career skills.
In the form of a social enterprise, the shop will be able to generate profit, which can then be used to help support and train the disabled.
Each cup of coffee that is filled with rich aroma has been given a new value because it is embedded with dreams and hope.
In China, the Tzu Chi Foundation has been offering needy students in Jilin province with tuition aid since 2013. Besides offering scholarship support, Tzu Chi volunteers also make it a point to visit the students and their family members on a regular basis. Next, we travel to Changchun City to see how the volunteers offer scholarship recipient Zhang Mingchao and his family timely assistance.
Even before the first class of the day begins, Tzu Chi volunteers have already arrived at the DaAi High School in Changchun City. They're looking for 12th grader Zhang Mingchao. With Tzu Chi scholarship in hand, Zhang can finally focus on getting into a top college.
好啊，耽不耽误上课？我们给你妈妈送到医院，然后检查完了没事了，然后就给你送到上课，好不好？妈妈平时这个冬天都是在外面哈。那你看今天妈妈也是在外面干活了，是不是？
Following her husband's passing, Ming Chao's mother, Xing Yufen, has become the sole breadwinner of her family. Every day, Xing goes out to collect recyclables with her elder son, who suffers from cerebral palsy.
I don't make a lot of money by collecting recyclables. I earn about 20 to 30 RMB per day. I think I earned less than 10 RMB this morning. I don't dare stop working.
Due to her long working hours, Xing's health began to deteriorate, and she even fainted a few times on the street. Upon learning of the news, Tzu Chi volunteers decided to bring Xing to the hospital.
I drank 3 bottles of water and threw up afterwards. I couldn't eat anything. I think I got a little better after 2 weeks or so. I eventually got used to my sickness.
Seeing the severity of her illness, Tzu Chi volunteers decided to accompany Xing to the hospital for a thorough checkup. Despite knowing his mother is in a lot of pain, Ming Chao can't do anything because his family can barely afford to see a doctor.
Lately, my school requires a lot of miscellaneous fees. My mother wants to save money, so she doesn't eat well.
Without the support of Tzu Chi volunteers, Zhang's mother would never have been able to receive much needed medical care.
都没问题哈，那好，行，安心了。
有，他我家的深圳是照那个埋汰。
他这个严重，他是属于是胃炎吗？还是什么呀？
胃炎导致幽门杆菌产生。
走吧，
走吧，这回就放心了。
那这回放心了，
吃点药吧。
After learning that she'll be able to recover fully, Xing finally lets out a sign of relief and decided to head back to work.
对家里那种感觉还不到吗？
是啊。
真的，我就拿电话打钱。
一样。就是啊。阿弥陀佛。
看明超哥哥也不错，他。
All of you have really touched my heart. Starting from today, I will spend less on myself. Every day, I will give 1 RMB to my son and donate 50 cents to Tzu Chi.
With determination and perseverance, this family will overcome all obstacles and walk towards a brighter future.
We bring you more stories of Tzu Chi volunteers in Taiwan who continue to strive diligently in pursuit of the path of spiritual cultivation. Today we meet Tzu Chi volunteer姚富春from Taipei's Daan district. If you flip through his notebook, you will find page after page filled with small yet neat handwriting. He says this is because the more he gains insight into the Buddha Dharma, the more notes he needs to take down. Therefore, he writes smaller to save paper.
I have really small handwriting. If I write fast, you will look all jumbled together. But if I take my time and write out each stroke, I can write the character in its entirety, as a way to cultivate our patience too.
Writing down Master Zhenyan's teachings in his notebook has become a part of Yao Fuchun's daily routine.
This is my own notebook. Taking notes from the morning lectures is like homework, which has become part of my daily routine. When I need to, I can always go through my notes and refer back to what the master had said.
Yao's notebook is filled with page after page of small yet neat and legible handwriting. For Yao, writing out every single stroke precisely takes perseverance and patience. In order to save paper, Yao writes smaller to fit more notes onto one page. 2 years ago, Yao made a vow to head the Wisdom at Dawn morning Dharma sessions in Daan district and has since then devoted himself wholeheartedly to this spiritual practice. Unfortunately, the same year, Yao was diagnosed with lymphoma.
My health reports always came back showing that I was in good health, and I do regular checkups. But when impermanence strikes, we always wonder why it comes so quickly. There is still so much we want to do.
Not wanting to waste time, Yao often volunteers at the hospital after his chemotherapy sessions.
I came to help because I wanted to show the brothers and sisters that I can and I'm willing to spend the time I have left to carry out Tzu Chi's work. I don't know how much time I have left. No one does. So I want to make every second count.
Living each day to the fullest, even in spite of his ongoing chemotherapy treatment, Yao has never let his illness stand in the way of his spiritual cultivation.
The master is growing old. Sometimes her health isn't that great, and yet she continues to pass on the Buddha's teachings to us. As her disciples, we should commit ourselves to attending her Dharma lectures each day. If I don't start now, you will all be too late.
The master's teachings have added great meaning and depth to Yao's life.
We should take what the master tells us to heart, as it will benefit our own spiritual growth. We should always be grateful and seize every moment to create good karma.
Although it has been nearly 4 years since the 3/11 Japan earthquake, Tzuji's care for residents devastated by the tragedy has continued until this day. Recently, volunteers of the Tzuji Japan chapter organized a gathering on behalf of the quake survivors. During the event, many promised to join the volunteers' ranks as a way to reciprocate the volunteers' continued kindness.
A warm hug following the 3/11 Japan earthquake started a connection between the Tzuji volunteers and this grandma that continues to this day.
The senior's granddaughter passed away in the 3/11 Japan earthquake. After the tragedy, she refused to eat strawberries because it was her granddaughter's favorite fruit. She said the fruit often reminded her of her granddaughter. However, she promised me that she will eat some strawberries next month on the day of the incident as a way to remember her granddaughter.
At the Tzuji Japan chapter, Tzuji volunteers are hosting a gatherings for those affected by the devastating tsunami and quake. Inside the kitchen, volunteers busily prepare delicious vegetarian lunch boxes, while others serve tea and catch up with their old friends.
We have received tremendous assistance from the Tzuji Foundation following the tremor in 2011. Although we have expressed our thanks through words, many of us haven't put our gratitude into action. I hope everyone can join the organization to do just that.
Thanks to the gathering, quake survivors have learned once again to put their sorrows behind and owe promise to do good deeds and fulfill their filial duties in the future.
Knowing that doing good deeds cannot wait, members of the Tzuji basketball team recently visited the Taipei Tzuji Hospital in Taiwan to showcase their talents, which range from instrumental performances to modern dance moves.
At the Taipei Tzuji Hospital, a group of teenagers are here to showcase their musical talents. Despite the small crowd, everyone still pours their hearts into each performance.
The Tzuji aunties and uncles told us a long time ago that we will be coming here today as music volunteers. It took us some time to prepare for today's performances.
It is great that teenagers can come here to share their musical talents with patients and their family members.
In fact, these performers are members of the Tzuji basketball team. To lighten the mood in the hospital, they put on instrumental and dance performances.
This is a rare opportunity for my children to experience the joys of giving. I hope members of the public can feel refreshed after listening to this concert. I am always happy when I see the volunteers, but today I am even happier because of the children. All the children treated us nicely and politely. I am extremely happy.
Thanks to the event, everyone goes home feeling refreshed and happy in their hearts.
Previously, a student volunteer group from the National Sun Yat-sen University in Taiwan paid visits to northern Thailand as part of their outreach program. The Taiwanese students were inspired to raise funds to install streetlights to help local students walk home safely at night. Recently, their funding goal was met and they returned to the area to personally install these lights. We will leave you with these images at the end of the program. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. See you next time.